I came in nothing but some raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it to just
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't, lil' bruh. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating, lil' daddy, LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapy, I don't like Mushu. Love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blink of my VIP. Snicker my. One brick, one miss, rich tickets, check out. We talking start like ball hype, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one golded. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it rip. Gets this to Johnson. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. Connects with Johnson. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To the air, Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. The first carry here for the rookie from the U. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now. And that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They send a man in motion. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running to the gets a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Murray, 3rd and goal. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's on the move. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. He touches him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. Hits his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 3 on that game. And And the Rams are going to have a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Quite the opening drive they've put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Throwing now on first down. Forced out to his right. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. Punches it in for the LA touchdown. The Rams finish off their opening drive. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Murray from the pistol. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting it. To dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing here, Murray. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They give to Johnson on the option. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the gun, Johnson. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 37. McBride hauls it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. And he blows through the defense for a touchdown. The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. You think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Receiver in motion, going left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Andrews with the catch. Get some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They'll try and throw it here. He's got Andrews. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll throw it. It's caught Metcalf. Running in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Gets in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams take a second quarter lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Rams take possession of the football.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him too, One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 34-yard line.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Rams. Backed up a mile here on second down. Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Dropping back to throw. Finds his back complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, if he gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage make.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the... He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. A give left side to Johnson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Johnson again. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Murray on third down. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Airing it out to start this drive. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Second and 10 now. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On the move, headed right. Now he takes it, and he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Fits it through the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
From the 36. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
On first down, they'll run. Oh, stiff arm. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That one's complete. Right side. And they bring him down around the 34. They get 6 and a first down as well.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll run it from the gun. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 24. Has him on the quick. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Cardinals grab it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Short pass brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this first and goal. Now Kyler. He finds Johnson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. First and 10, Murray. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's got him, that's McBride. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and long for him here. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down. Gay's kick is good, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to... Starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Pass play now. Escapes the pocket. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll run here from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 46. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They snap it to Murray. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain that time, and now they'll face 3rd and 11.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Stays in the pocket, isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needed a little help to get picked up off the grass.
Another try following the sack. Left side into the hands of McBride. Ripping off yards past the 40. He's to the 20. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It is caught left side. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To throw here on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. He's on the move. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
In motion right is Metcalf. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Touchdown, LA. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Gardy has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 37. Finds a man right side. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Cardinals losing by 7. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 34. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Man in motion here. To throw. That pass is complete to McBride. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. And they get the stop. This is going to be a turnover on down. So now their opponent's final chance
for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he's brought down for a loss. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for him. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back to the well again. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. On now comes their punter. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Second down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Throwing now. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield.